The surveillance footage you're witnessing here, it serves as an ominous and violent reminder about what the future holds under Donald Trump's control. 79-year-old LA car wash owner Rafie Ollah Shouhed, the man in the red shirt, as you will see, was violently thrown to the ground yet again by ICE agents while they snatched up one of his workers. Shouhed, a U.S. citizen, then said this during a press conference with his lawyers.
I was begging him. I have a heart condition. 3 big people were sitting on my back, the way they tore me down, sitting on me, and I asked them to let me go, which they absolutely would not pay no attention, and they took me to detention center.
Shouhed was held in an ICE detention center for nearly 12 hours before he was eventually released. And now, he's suing the federal government to the tune of $50 million, claiming his civil rights were violated by ICE agents, and is seeking damages for suffering multiple broken ribs and showing symptoms now of a traumatic brain injury, among other injuries. Federal government maintains Shouhed was justifiably arrested for impeding the operation and assaulting an officer, while Shouhed claims he offered to show the agents documentation for his workers before he was tackled outside of the car wash. As we wait for more information from this case, it is vital to note that the presence of masked, heavily armed federal agents and all of the violence they bring with them is becoming the new norm in American cities. Just take a look at the recent scenes coming out of Chicago.
De puta. What a shame. That's why they have to wear masks.
This is sad. This is absolutely sad. That this is what we're living through in our country.
Trump administration's willingness to send federal law enforcement and even military support into major cities in LA, Chicago, Portland, it goes much deeper than just cracking down on undocumented immigrants. It's about optics, control, consolidating power. For many Americans, watching the images of armored personnel carriers, heavily armed agents in residential neighborhoods Well, it feels like a dangerous escalation, one step closer to militarization of public life. Civil rights groups and even some city officials have already sounded alarms, warning that deploying federal troops on domestic soil blurs the line between public safety and political intimidation. But among Trump's base, it shows a force that's a solid proof of strength, restoring order against supposed lawlessness. And that's the danger. People become accustomed to seeing federal troops in their communities. Shock turns into indifference. What once felt like an outrageous violation of civil liberties risks becoming normalized. When that line shifts, history tells us it rarely stops with immigration crackdowns, creeps into labor disputes, protests, even political opposition. The real question is whether the broader public will wake up before those tactics expand further, or whether Trump benefits politically by doubling down.
Get back! Get back! Get back! Do not interfere! Do not interfere! You will be arrested if you interfere! At a safe distance! What's your date of birth? Give my hair! Give my hair! Date of birth, sir! What are you arrested for? Hey, if you spit, sir, date of birth! Yes, sir! Hear that? Yes, sir! Alan, date of birth! Date of birth! What's your name? Date of birth! What's your birthday? Help me! Date of birth! 9/1/99!
Journalist, author, and reporter on far-right extremism, Amanda Moore, captured ICE agents firing what appears to be pepper balls at legal observers from the National Lawyers Guild outside of the Broadview ICE detention facility in Chicago while they attempted to just observe the arrest. Footage doesn't just raise questions about excessive force, it shows how far agents are willing to go to silence oversight. Pepper balls weren't fired at agitators, but at trained observers. Their only role to monitor, document state conduct. That's not law enforcement. It's a direct attempt to chill accountability. Didn't stop there. CBS Chicago reported that a reporter, Asal Razay, had her truck struck by a pepper ball fired from inside the detention center. She wasn't participating in a protest. She was simply driving past. Think about that. An ICE officer on federal property launching a projectile at a journalist's vehicle. Incidents like these tell us accountability itself, whether through observers or the press, is increasingly being treated as a threat to be neutralized. It's why so many people describe ICE's evolution as dystopian. Because when the institutions meant to safeguard transparency are literally being fired upon, it's not just immigrants at risk, it's democracy itself.